So what we recently have been working on for CodeReady Containers is the replacement for our native tray applications for both Windows and macOS. So we're currently working on an implementation that uses Electron, and we will focus a lot on streamlining the process to get people up and running, the onboarding process, where we take care of the setup process, but also afterwards, after you've set it up, that you don't have the feeling of, and now what? So we will try to implement as much help for the user to get up and running using the tools that we have. So this is the onboarding process. As you can see here, you will be greeted with a basic information about, hey, this is some questions we have before you get started. So we will start a wizard where we'll determine with you if you want to run OpenShift or podman. These will be very different in the sense of what we'll be running as the actual image. So the OpenShift image is all the stuff to run the cluster. Podman is very lean and only provides the Podman environment with no way at the moment to run OpenShift. So they are mutually exclusive. So I will continue here first with with the OpenShift image. And as you can see, the summary will indicate that and ask you to send telemetry data. For developer previews or tech previews, we will force the telemetry option to be enabled. So in this case, you have the choice, but for developer previews, this will be enforced. So when you start the setup, bear with me, this is a demo, so the setup will not actually run. You will be greeted at the end like, you're now currently set up, your system is ready, start using CRC. So what that means is that the tray application is available. So if I single click on that with the left click, it opens a mini status window. So where you have the options to do the most important actions, to start, stop, and delete, but also see what the current status of the environment is. At the moment, it's unknown because I haven't started anything yet, but this will be populated in that case. So with the right mouse button click, I have more options available to me. These are context sensitive. So if it runs an OpenShift environment, you will be given OpenShift specific options. So the unknown here is the actual status, but it will open a more detailed view. So this view would contain, for instance, CPU, memory, log information from the cluster and the CRC daemon specific. The other options that are given, as you can see, are the launch console, which would open the actual OpenShift console, the OC commands for login, and the configuration. And this is a configuration is therefore enabled because this sets up how much memory or how much CPU you want to dedicate to the environment, or what the pull secret is that you're currently using. So when you would be using a podman image, instead of the console, in that case what we will open is the Cockpit module, which is therefore a window that is specifically opening a navigation frameless look on the podman images that are available. So it uses the Cockpit podman module. So we have here, for instance, the images that are available. I can easily run an image. I can set up some stuff like how much memory I want. And when I run it, you can see here, it started. So we're not redeveloping this. We are utilizing existing stuff that is available to us. So we would like to reuse instead of reinvent. So this is why we thought that using Cockpit is a better solution. So what we have done for that is we have worked with the team to include a bearer token authentication flow, which means that the podman image has a bearer to identify the user, which is specifically made for that instance. The user is being given that, at least in code. So when we're making the connection, the application is the only one who can do that, authenticates and open that view. If you would open this from a browser, you would not be able to log in because you don't have a password, you don't have that bearer. And besides that, even if you would be able to navigate out of this view, you will be forced back to only this podman module.